Hey everybody, Doug the Body here, and I'm into a rear suspension project with my 2004 all-wheel drive Toyota Matrix, and I'm always checking on YouTube for some tips when you're working on the mechanics. And I noticed that with respect to the all-wheel drive Matrix, and I guess possibly Vibe, there wasn't too much on how to get those strut assemblies out, so I'm going to do a short video here to show you how to do that. So the first thing to do is to remove all the plastic out of the back, and I'm not really going to show you how to do that because it's not really that difficult. A 10mm screw, and as you can see over here, those are the nuts of the strut assembly that I've already put back in the car, and over here is the one that is out. Some of the tools you're going to need for this is a 12mm socket, a 17mm socket, a 19mm socket. The corresponding wrenches are nice, but a pair of vice grips will do. A 33mm 12-point socket to remove the axle nut, a hammer, and you know, a cordless wrench is always nice. And if you're wondering about the bike seat, well, I improvised a little bit, and I took the stem out and used it as a little bit of extra leverage. Worked great, by the way. Okay, so there's not a lot of wiggle room, but the first step you want to do is remove this axle nut, and that's that 30mm socket. And you're going to do that with the car on the tire on the ground. There's lots of videos on YouTube to see how to do that. And then you want to disconnect the upper stabilizer arm. It's a 17mm socket, and I also took that control arm off as well. And then you're going to remove the wheel bearing off the axle, and that'll give you just enough room to get that shock up in there. Okay, so the other thing you need to remove is this brake line bracket, and it comes off right here, and it's a 12mm. And as you can see, lots of room to put in your shock from the front side, obviously. And now it's time to button things back up. Okay, so as you can see, I got everything buttoned back up there, and you know, it went together quite well. One thing I might also mention, well, actually you need a 14mm socket as well to tighten those top nuts on the top of the strut. These cars are old, and you know, they've been on the road many miles, and a lot of things are rusted. And my little trick is diesel in a spray bottle. Have some patience, spray some diesel on it over the course of the day to get these nuts loosened up. Works great as a penetrant. Anyway, job done, on to the next one.